Hello everybody and welcome back to another Planet Zoo video. If you're new around here, my name is Adam and I create habitats and do tutorials for Planet Zoo. And today is no different. Today I'm showing you a speed build video of me creating a habitat for the emu. And I started, just as you can see me starting here, creating a custom wall. And this is a different technique, I've never done this before, but these plaster bricks are absolutely brilliant for custom walls. They work with modern environments and they work with rustic, authentic environments as well. So I'll speed it up a little bit here of me creating this. You can see in the background of this custom wall, I've just placed it on the grid piece, and that's just so I get the right height, and then I can easily duplicate it over. And yeah, it just makes everything a little bit more easier. Now, if you're unfamiliar with creating custom walls and custom fences and stuff like that, and how to keep your animals in your zoo when doing so, then I've got a null barrier tutorial. Go and look it up. It will help you, and it will help you understand a little bit more. Now, I want to thank someone. Who I actually don't really talk to this person, and it's another content creator called Caesar Creates. And I want to thank this person because I watch their videos. They probably don't know that. I'm not really told them. It's a bit cringeworthy saying, "Oh yeah, I watch your videos." But yeah, his builds are great. If you've not seen his stuff, go over to his channel, Caesar Creates. His Planet Zoo stuff is brilliant, and I want to thank him because of this wall. This idea for this wall came from the kind of walls he creates, and he uses these planks and he puts them on a slant, and it just gives a different depth and a different kind of like feel and texture to the wall, and just think it looks really good. So yeah, thanks Caesar Creates for the inspiration for this wall, I'm guessing is what I'm trying to say. I'm nearly done with the wall now. I did two different colours. I want to do like a darker brown. You can see me using the conservation pieces. I use this for everything basically, especially if you want to use planks. A darker brown and a lighter brown. So the lighter brown is the original conservation plank colour, and then obviously I've darkened the other planks in the middle, giving it two different colours. You see me just adjusting everything here, and honestly, I'm a bit of a perfectionist really. I'm a bit anal about stuff. I like to make sure everything's correct before I move on, and that's no different when I play Planet Zoo. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. And I just adjusting everything, making sure everything looks good, there's no gaps. You can see me just adding the wall back in here, very important, because if we just left it, then the inside of the habitat, the inside of this wall, should I say, it'll just look rubbish, won't it? So yeah, creating the inside wall and the outside wall. And then it was just a matter of duplicating it over and setting out the main design for the main building, which came out looking like this. This is pretty much everything in, and we've even got a keeper's hut in there as well. So let's take a closer look, shall we? Closer look now. This is going to be the inside area where our zookeepers can go, and the habitat gate will be. And let's do it up, shall we? So you can see I've added that. Let's added some little bits here, little bits and bobs. Backstage area is very important as well. Don't forget about them. Some buckets, some horse, a little staff sign. Add some vents, and you can see everything just coming to life now on the inside part of this habitat. Add some obviously tools, what we need, add some crates, and there we go. And now moving on to the front, where I wanted to create kind of like a sliding door. Well, obviously it's not functional, but it looks like it's going to slide to let the animals in and out the hard shelter of this habitat. And I did that again with the conservation pieces, and then these kind of, I think they're called like hook handles kind of thing. They just work really well. And then it was time to build the roof, which was quite easy. It didn't take me that long. A little bit of fiddling. Obviously, we do stuff in high detail. All my builds are in high detail. And by the way, if you want this, it will be on the Steam Workshop page. But be warned, please be warned, this was a pain in the ass to upload. You will have to input your own paths. You will have to input your own habitat gates and your null barriers. So I would only suggest downloading this if you're a veteran or a seasoned player of Planet Zoo is basically what I'm trying to say, because you're going to find it difficult. You're probably not going to be able to do it, even with the amount of instructions what I'm going to include on the workshop page. You're still going to find it difficult, but if you desperately want it, it's going to be there on my Steam Workshop page. The link is in the description down below. You see, I've added the roof now, again staying with the same colour theme, sorry. We've got the dark grey at the bottom, we've got the dark grey at the top, and now we've got the same kind of like dark brown wood pieces. This is actually guttering, and it just looks good as like a little roof trim. I didn't want a full trim, I only wanted half a roof trim, and just give it that little edge. I always say it detailing in Planet Zoo is everything, and so that's what I like to do. All my builds are in high detail. And then it was time to move on to the detail on the top. I wanted to add some kind of like venting system, so it looks functional. I didn't really know where I was going with this. I kind of just winged it. I used these not Noop anymore, rather the pieces out of the conservation pack. These are brilliant. I'm so happy that Planet Zoo has added. Honestly, I'm going to say this, and I probably said this on every DLC release, but the conservation pack is my favourite pack. And mainly for the backstage areas and items like this, what help with detail and help make everything look realistic and bring your habitats and your zoos in general come to life. Then it was time to move on to the viewing area, and I started with this little brick layout. Very simple, just 3 little bricks. I do end up recolouring them, so stay tuned. But I'll show you around at the end how everything came out looking as a whole, how the habitat came out looking. And then I wanted to create the viewing area, obviously. So I wanted the glass panels, added some black, added a black rim with the guttering. I use this guttering a lot when I use glass. It just seems to work really well, and it kind of looks like the pane of the glass, do you know what I mean, like the outskirts that keeps everything together. And I just think it paired well with these rocks, just giving it a break, a bit of a viewing area with glass, and then a little bit of a break with, you know, a private area and like rock work and foliage, and then another bit of extended viewing area. And you can see I'm just added the plaster bricks to the bottom here as like support, again going with that realistic aspect, making everything look like it would work if it was in real life. And then it was just a matter of placing everything. You can see I've got the main viewing area in here now. I've added some rocks, I've added some foliage. Let's zoom in a little bit and I'll show you. But we need to transform this and clean things up a little bit, which we will do later on, and I will show you again in the end of the video. And then it was time, I needed a different kind of fence. I've got the viewing area fence with the glass, but I needed more of just a general fence where I can stick around here and close this habitat off. At this stage, all I wanted to do was add foliage. You've heard me say it loads of times in my videos, foliage is king, and I really do like adding foliage in this game. I don't know what it is, but I can't find it quite peaceful and tranquil. Comment below if you know, find it peaceful and tranquil too, or is it just me? Am I the weirdo here? I don't know. Anyway, once I got that design complete, it was just a matter of placing them in. So I placed them in different locations. I wanted little gaps so I can add rock work and separate the fence. And then at the front, created like a little pond, added some fish from the workshop, and then obviously added some foliage, some rocks, and we've got ourselves a little outskirt area of our habitat. And it's the same on the other side as well, foliage and rocks. And then I wanted a decking area and another separate viewing area for our guests. So we've got the main viewing area with the glass panels in, what you saw earlier. I wanted like more of a backstage area kind of thing, more of a comfy area. So I'll put this decking down, I'll run a path through it, and yeah, everything came out looking like this. You can see that our lovely emus are in. I added this wall as well, by the way, and this wall is something what I created. You can get it on my Steam Workshop page. In fact, I'll just show you now what it looked like. So this, if you download them, this is what it looked like. It's a selection of custom made walls, what you can put in your habitats, and you can use them as backdrops as well. They work well in pretty much every habitat. I've got you covered, don't worry. So yeah, I've just placed that on the outside. You can see I've smartened up and put a trim around the main viewing area. And then at the back here, like was going on before, the decking area is up, I've added a shading, and our seats are in for our guests to sit down, chill out, and have a good view of our lovely emus. And lovely they are, and I've added all the enrichment items they need as well. Now, that concludes the end of this video. Now, if you like this video, then hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. My name's Adam, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next Planet Zoo video.